Hi, this is Johan from Ganister. Today we're doing a video to explain how you can import data, mainly for a proof of concept or for a small project if you don't have millions of data, even though it will still work, but the way we create the data we want to import is through Excel files. So it's usually not the way you use when you do a full import of a legacy system. But for a small project where you want to build some data pretty quickly, that's pretty convenient. So if we go in this system, there is no data in there. And so what we want is, for example, to import some customers. And the reason why we did an utility to do this import, and it's pretty valuable for your use, is because when you run a PLM system, you will adapt the system to your needs. So it's not very easy to build a generic import system that will fit your actual data model. And so to create, when we say, okay, just give us an Excel file with your data and then we'll import it, that would require a lot of data manipulation. So what we're doing is that we have this system where we build the Excel file based on your data model. So let's say we already configured this system. And so we'll use our utility npm run data loader. And it asks you if you want to export the template or import the data. So obviously importing the data will be run once we have the template ready. So first we export the template, then we define what we want to export. So by default, all is selected. We'll just select the customers for now, and then the relationships, if you want to define some relationship. For now, we will not export any relationships in this video. So we have the Excel file ready. Introduction tab is just empty, and then we have customers. So this is all based on your configuration. So if you have added properties on your customer definition, then it will be reflected here. The light blue would be the system fields, and darker blue is the actual properties that have been defined on this. So just for the demo, ID should be a unique ID, a random unique ID. In this case, we'll just use our codification or our numbering. So let's say this, and we'll do same in the ref and draft. The state has to be the same as the target state. If it's not a big deal. Then when you will log into Ganister, you will be able to use our health report, which will tell you, hey, you have an issue. There's X amount of nodes that have a state that doesn't exist in our system. Would you like to map it to a specific state that we know of? But I think here draft is the right one. So we just select this and create, I don't know, a certain amount of customers. I'll just keep going for a while. I don't know if I can do it another way. Also, it didn't increase the number. Let me go back here. Okay, this is better. Okay, so we'll add a little bit more. So you have your customers, you save these, and then you run the same utility, but this time you select import data, yes, Excel or CSV. So if you run a full import process using an ETL solution, which stands for extract, transform, and load, the goal would be to produce CSV files. And then using this utility, you would import all these. In our case, we just have this Excel file. So you can go back here, and then you have your customers. So you can have, you see we have more than 100. So we have 711. And so you see there's some limitation here. You can see that the log permission is not correct. So what we do after each import is we go to our health report here, which defines what's wrong in the data. So here, for example, we have missing translations. So that's more an application issue in our configuration. But for the log state, this is concerning all the nodes that we've just imported. So you can see there is an issue in the log state. It was 710 because I changed a log on one of these nodes, and we can update this. So this will change the log property. And also, so if we go back here and we go to customers, now this is fixed. So this is the right color. Anyone who is at least a writer on customers can lock it and update the data. Okay. So you can do the same with any type of nodes and also on relationships. So if we create, let's say, we will export an Excel file, npm run data loader, export template, and let's see what in the data model, what links to customers. So you can see project has a link to customer. It's called project customer. I don't think we reflected project customer. So let's make sure we reflect customer here. Okay, it's on the table, and customer is a node, and it's based on this relationship project customer. Okay, so we have customers. Now we will create a project, and we want to have this relationship also. So let's go in this, and we say we don't want to export everything. We don't want to export to produce the customer tab also, because we already have it. So we want project and project customer. Don't forget to, if you want just one, you should like unselect all. So we have project customer. So let's create a project first. So it's going to be proj. Okay. Same thing with then with customers. We'll just have these. Hopefully there's no mandatory data that we are forgetting here. And we'll do so because we created simple IDs. It should be more complex and unique IDs, but we created simple ones, so it's going to be easy to remember these. So the relationship is from project to customer. So if we go back to here, we should be able to see, okay, let's select this one, for example. Okay. And here we can do this, for example. Up. To make sure we have a unique ID, and we don't really need the other elements. Okay, we save this. Again, we go in the import npm run data loader, import data, yes, Excel. And if we go here, now we see that there is a customer in a project has been created, and the customer 358 is in the relationship. All right, so this is a simple way to demonstrate how we can easily import data when you start a project. You don't have to go to do crazy ETL manipulations for a proof of concept. And it allows us to if we work with you and we come on site, or even if we if we work remote, it's very fast for us to import some of your data without many data manipulation. And what we can do is also we produce the Excel file, or you produce the Excel file yourself, you fill the data, you import it, and right away your users, your test users or your key users that are evaluating the solution will get the data themselves. And that's pretty nice to have, like, not just 10 lines of your data, but a whole bunch of data from any type pretty quickly when you start the project. And then you can still work on the data model, and at some point say, okay, I want to remove everything. We fix the data model, we remove all the data, and we re-import it with the new data model. We refill the Excel file, and then we're aligned with the data. So we'll have more complex examples, I'm sure. We will also demonstrate how we do a real import for much larger data from legacy systems using ETL solutions in another video. So stay tuned, and see you soon.